Go break some trees. Do I have more radar? I don't. Let's make a U-turn, get some iron so we can make some radar. That's fun. I wasn't sure if that was going to work or not. You can use F to pick up stuff while you're driving on the railroad track or driving on the belts. Okay, radar here. So we have visibility. We want visibility of everything that we're working on as much as possible for space age, because we can do a lot of stuff remotely as long as we have radar coverage. And I think I think roboports also provide radar coverage now. All right, so if we were to put, perhaps in this area, some oil processing. How did that happen? What has happened here? That was weird. Oh, this got put down in the wrong place. I'm pretty sure. So I haven't put all the grid locking stuff onto the blueprints yet. I have to figure out what the actual grid size is. One of many things that still need done. Blueprints. I did make sure that the main blueprints were symmetric, though. So they will rotate properly and not do weird stuff. Okay, so this is going to be ore pickup. So I know for sure that things like iron and copper, those types of things, I'm not going to have issues with a train picking up stuff and not having anywhere that it can drop it. I think. I could be wrong, and I'm very used to using logistics for all of that stuff, maybe I should just let CyberSyn do it. But I'm curious to see how well the interrupts can handle it too. If I was a good streamer, I would have lights in all of this stuff too. Let's get rid of this weird power line path that we did earlier. Let's see. Okay, that fits nicely. And get rid of this power line extension. So I like getting into that phase where we don't have the little power poles for some of these extension areas. Okay, so oil. Let's do this. This is a viable spot to do one of these. We'll have tanks. If we bring in oil, what do I want to do with that oil? What all processes do we want to do at this station? Do I want to just... I guess what we could do is bring in... We have the advanced oil processing, so that'll give us all three types of outputs. And get this bridged across the rail temporarily. Just bring this a long way. That'll eventually empty, probably, maybe? I don't know. It's fine. Whatever. Out of rail. Let's just toss all that stone in here. Let's put the old furnaces, burner mining drills in this box. Our old armor that we don't need. That seems like a good idea. Right, I'm out of rail. Those attempts to place rail are not going to be successful. Let's see. Let's try to get... back over here to where we're making the rail. And resupply. That was close. Whoops. Let's just wreck all the things, as you do. Okay. Okay. Why am I the way I am? Oh, while we're in this general area, we should pick up the blue science. Okay. Now we've caused enough mayhem. Okay, so I want to make... I think the main things that I want to do here is probably make lubricant, petroleum gas. So when we do this advanced process, we get 55 petroleum gas. I think the light oil cracking into petroleum, 30 to 20. Yeah, so I think the making solid fuel from the light oil, cracking... Actually, making... If we do advanced oil, make lubricant and solid fuel, that seems like the things to do. So we need a couple of chem plants. Okay. We probably won't use that branch, but... out of signals again. All right, that's fine. This. There we go. This needs a power pole. All right, that's all fine. Now we need station here. This is going to be, let's see. Is there a crude drop off? This we can make some weird oily color. Train limit of 1. And we'll cybersyn away the rest of that. Or probably cybersyn it away. We'll see. We'll see how we want to do all of these things when we get a little bit more in place. Okay, if I have tank, 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 tank. So that's 4 tanks. Let's make more of these. All right, we want green line controlling the tanks. Red line for the pumps. We'll figure out what the actual programming that we want on those is at some point. For now, though, what I think I want to do is take that. And we're going to send oil down this way. So this will be 100K total oil that can be in this tank. It's going to take a little while to pump that through because we don't have that much oil coming from that far side. Let's make sure that we keep oil on that side. Okay, so I have to clear out a bunch of this stuff if I want to actually make the output station there. I think I can get away with doing the same setup here. So we're just going to call that oily lubricant. This is definitely going to need to be a Cybersyn station now that I've done what I have just done. We need more tanks. We need more pumps. These are definitely going to need enable conditions on them. I don't know what those conditions will be. These will also need... this is going to be filter crude oil, so it will only touch crude oil, period. But I also need to disable these so that it doesn't lock the train wagons when the train parks. Because that's a thing. Let's get more science moving. Another 40 of these little blue science bottles. We need some of this stuff. What I'll probably need to do when I actually do start running this from the train is to basically run the train on the request and then figure out what the options that I need for it are going to end up being. So I need... So we have 20K oil. Let's put one of these down. So this I want this to request Let's say we're going to set it to request at 60,000. So right now it should have a request on the network. Not that there's any trains that can fulfill it yet, but that's what we have. And then over here, when we put lubricant in these tanks, I guess I don't have to do it this way. I could actually just bring another track over like I had planned to do with these little branches. That might be the smarter thing to do here. Because then we could do another stop that is train fuel with the solid fuel. Let's see. That's so much room there. Although, I guess that's room to work. If I do this, I probably want to move these tanks to this side. Let's do that. Pump. Let's back pump out of these to this side. There's not a lot as in terms of percentage in these tanks, so it makes the pumps really slow. I can make one more. Okay. This tank is almost, or this side of tanks is almost empty, so we're going to pick these up so that we can do other things with rails here. And I think I'm going to end up with 2 additional lines here. I can get them that close. Okay, I think that's fine. I think let's grab this. Need more space than this would provide anyway. This is not going to be a fast process on the early setup here. Pump. Okay. That gives us oil to here. We need an oil refinery. This is such a mess that I am setting up, but it's fine. Eventually, we'll be able to start building blocks a little bit more rationally. He says, like that's actually going to happen. Okay, so we put this here. We make another offshore pump. I don't know if I'm going to run this rail line that direction or not. That's to be determined. But let's set up the water here as if we are going to use that path. Is that like one block too far? Let's see. I guess probably the easiest way to do this is just pick up a bunch of iron. All right, so okay. That gets water here. Oh, I have to actually put the... there's almost gets water there. Water there. Okay, so we have heavy oil to make into lubricant. We got light oil and petroleum to make into solid fuel. All right, so we're going to call that lube. Let's make this color green. Set this. If we put this on this side, we're not really going to have room as we have set that up currently. We could, though. Yeah, this will work. So we need a chem plant. This is going to make lubricant. It's a terrible spot. Okay, let's do that. That's a little bit easier to work with that way. Okay, power. Need more engines. All right, so that's that part now. These we need to bring over here. We need a couple more chem plants. Although I could probably do this with... Well, then I have the pipe problem, so let's just do dedicated chem plants. It's going to make more sense. So this is going to make solid fuel from light oil. This one will make solid fuel from petroleum. And we're rolling. All right, so this filter is going to be lubricant. It needs to be hooked up to all the Cybersyn trappings, but for now, we have what we need to start making robot frames. I need to get more steel chests. And we're rapidly approaching the ability to have personal robots do all of this placement work for us. And all the pickup of the wood and all of that stuff. I need steel plates to make more train stops. Okay, so this. More. Okay, so from here, we can just direct insert. Wow, I'm out of inserters. All right, so that's... This is going to be a solid fuel pickup. And then what we can do from here... Oh, that won't quite reach. Let's go get more blue inserters. Lots of back and forth. It's fine. I am not in any way, shape, or form trying to make this a fast run. This is not just about... That's a lot of blue. That's fine. We'll use them. This is not just about the whole get to space and everything. This is also about figuring out how some of the mechanics work and things like that. We're doing some of that figuring out with mods, but that's fine. It's all fine. So what we're going to do here is have this go, and then that go, and this is going to go here. Let's make some of those. This is going to be train fuel. I guess what I can do is when I switch between fuel types. So what I should be able to do here is say, edit this, change this to solid fuel, because this is going to make our trains go a little bit faster. It's also a lot more total energy. So we save that, except for we want... This is now going to go to train fuel. All locomotives fully fueled. So this guy, he's confused because there's not a way to get here yet. Let's get rid of all that. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Woo! I just got jump scared by a train. I just got jump scared by a train. Oh, man. That was close. Box here. Yikes. I did not expect that to actually be accessible to that train yet, but it sure was. Okay, so this has to go over here. All right, now that we have that in place, we can take away the coal fueling stop because we don't need it anymore. We need to put all the signals in place. We are getting a backlog of light oil compared to the petroleum gas. So if we just make another chem plant here, that'll take care of that part and should take care of the solid fuel that we have here. The other thing that we can potentially do with this solid fuel, since we're right here, is mix it into our main power plant here. Let's get another pump made here, just so that can be done. All right, so we need to make this stuff. We need to make enough of it to satisfy our current needs. So I think what we do here is we take this mess. Let's put this here. We'll have box, box, box. We're going to put some steel. Then to make the electric engines, we're going to add circuits to that. Supposed to be making gears. Okay. And then the frames, I need to add steel and battery to make the frames and circuits. Can't believe how much I jump scared myself with that train. Just all of a sudden appearing. Pick up some steel. We'll also pick up iron and green circuits. Let's go in here. Not get very much iron. This needs iron as well. To make more batteries. And then from the frames, I just need to add circuits to that. was the pipes. Alright, that should work for what I want to do. There, there. Now all we need is the construction robots, research. Which is close. Oh, that's cool. And we'll be able to do that part. Then we just need the personal roboport in order to have the bots available. And we can also go ahead and put the logistics robots in the queue. This can now be robots. Let's limit that to 4 stacks. Progress being made, slowly but surely. Now that we have construction bots, the building process, especially for the rail, moving things around, all of that will be way better. I am going to take a real quick bio break, though, because I need to. And we've made good progress, so, you know, that's just what it's going to do. What is under my... Ah, that's what's under my desk mat. Right. Let's push this button. Let's find something interesting to look at here. Do I have anything particularly interesting at the moment? Nothing that's really, truly doing much. Power's looking good. All right, we'll be back in just a minute. All right. Got that. So we still need a lot more blue science going here. But we at least have that. We have the robots being made, so we'll have some to start with. And then we just need to start figuring out more about how we're going to do initial train layouts, where we're going to start putting things. And start getting there. I want this. This selector combinator is sounds interesting. Concrete gets us towards elevated rails. We should probably look towards... Let's see, rocket fuel would be really good for our trains. We're going to need to do something more for power at some point. Let's just get a bunch of these non-blue sciences in the queue as well. Alright, so this is all fine. Let's see. I want to do... I would like to get the electric furnaces forced through so we can build the smelteries with electric furnaces. What are we missing? What missing here? Oh, circuits. $11 bots is not much. But we're only going to be able to have 10 or 20 bots in our personal roboport anyway. So it might not really matter that much. Plenty of stuff there. $12 gets us to 40. We need 10 more. So while that's sorting itself out, let's look at what we have to work with here. This mess. Oh, that's going out to oil. So, and that oil is kind of in a bad place in relation to how the train connects to it. We do have cliffs to deal with, so we might not be able to do complete grid for everything to start. But what I would like to get to is where we can get our rockets set up. We'll have a block that is basically for dealing with the rocket and requesting all of the things it wants to have. I really should get modules going so that this could all be faster. Let's see here. The other thing is, in order to actually use the logistics bots, we have to get a space platform up and running to make space science. Until that happens, the only thing the logistics bots are going to do for us at all is deal with our inventory. Which is not entirely helpful at the moment. I do have the bulk inserters available too. I need to start making some of those. Because these, especially once we start getting the hand size up, will make the train loading way faster. And we really want to have all of the fuel loading and all of that stuff running with those. At some point, anyway. It's like if we take... Hooray! We have our personal roboport available to make now. And now, that just puts them super close together. Alright, so, personal roboport. We need batteries, a whole pile of gears. Do I have enough gears? I do. So we just need to get some batteries. All right. One personal roboport. We have room for 2 of them, which will let us fly 20 bots. We don't have iron to make more of those right now. Okay. So we need like 15, 13 more. Ooh, bots be slow. Let's make that stuff. Alright, so our bots are super slow for now. That's fine. We'll work on making them faster. But it's still going to be better than hand building stuff. Even though the power side of it is also going to be a bit of a nightmare. But it's fine. Let's see. Oh, I don't have... I need the other logistics so we can have personal roboports and stuff. Okay, so I think we can get rid of this mess. The big thing that makes this so much better is not having to deal with the... Oh, it turns a lighter color when their robots are... I think the color changes when the robots are scheduled for it. The big thing is not having to deal with all of the trees. Let's get more power. We need to get this power connected over here for oil. We do... We connect... We place this... how are we doing on rail? Oh, we're out of rail. No, we're not out of rail. Okay, now we can get rid of that power. Come on, robots. That's actually way better than I thought it was going to be. We need more of these. Not fast by any stretch of the imagination, But it's way better than building all this stuff by hand. Okay, I need a bunch more iron for the signals and stuff. Okay. Weird power stuff cleaned up. Alright, so now the next big thing we need to work on for this, for getting Cybersyn fully online, is setting up a depot. Which I think for now we'll set up on this end. All right, go get more track. Mm-hmm. Let's dump a ton of stuff in here. Whoops. Put those in. Look how much faster it gets all those blue science bottles out and ready to go. All right. So I think what I want to do here, so we're going to use most of this space for this depot. I think we're just going to go basically lines up and then run it along and out this side. So how far... don't have to go too far. to be that spread out. That's what I was looking for. No, I went from this way. That's just silly. I don't want that either. So I guess maybe it doesn't matter too much. Hmm. What if... What if we do that? And then I think from here... we get a little bit more normal. All right, so we'll do that. And we just have to figure out the other end of this connection. go. I don't have to keep this train. From here, we're going to go... and with that, I guess I could still put a station here if I wanted to. And not really be in the way. This is... Do these not have enough room? Ah, this does not give me enough room. Okay. Let's see. Leave that part. Because we do need... But it's fine now. Why wouldn't it let that happen before? All right, so... Okay, I don't know why it didn't let me put those in there before. I don't think I have that quite that way. That looks more where I had it. Okay, so Cybersyn Combinator, I don't have the stuff for it. Okay, so we need signals. Basically, we need iron and circuits is the big things we need. Come on. Uh, Keyboard Y. All right, so we can make more train stops. We can make cybernetic combinator. We're going to need a little bit more power-related things. And a bunch of signals. Do 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 do. Do do do. I just realized that this whole thing is built on the out segment, the outside of this, instead of the inside. So I guess what I can do here to make this functional is say that no, we aren't going to be able to build a station on this side. And do that. But that means all of these are on the wrong side. That means all of these stops need to be changed. Okay. That stuff can go away. That's all fine, and that's fine. All right, so now we're going to take a green wire and go across those. We're going to take a cybernetic combinator. Place that there. This is going to be a depot. We don't need to require the same depot. We can bypass the depot if we have a spot. Cyber depot. We're going to have train limit of 1 for each of these. Okay. So now this train, we can add a station, delete that, make sure we're not standing on the tracks. And we have Cyber Trains as the group, just for clarity's sake. And we should be good to go. So now, we just need to start setting up the other stations and finish track in various places. I can't believe I managed to build this completely backwards initially, but whatever. It's there. It's done. Trains are ready to go. We have one train ready to start serving the network. So we just need to start pulling things into the network. I think the first thing we want to do, if I put, it's going to be in the way, but if I were to, mark that, and then do this. Let's go see how terrible this is. Let's turn the RoboPort off for the moment. Okay, so we have a couple spots potentially mining in the way. Just double checking that I got the positioning right. I think what I can do here, because it's only a couple of them, we could clear ghosts from the area we don't want to mess with yet. Because I want to use up this ore. We can let trains come in from this side into this station. We can make this our iron pickup. Iron plate pickup, that is. And it's a little bit messy, but it lets us just take this ore patch, mine it directly into our smelting that we're going to put up here, and call it a day for the initial part. We're going to have a iron ore drop off over here to feed into the smelter. think that's, I think that should work pretty well. I'm not going to argue that this is not, that this is a graceful way to do it. But it's a functional way. And sometimes functional is just what we need to deal with. Okay, if I do this and this, then this will all connect up. Whoops. Let's see, we're going to need more of those, I'm sure. I think what I'm going to do with this is set up... I guess what I could do, instead of making this the plate pickup, I could make this one and this one the ore drop-off for copper and iron, and then do the plate pickup either here or on one side or the other, probably on this side, just for sanity's sake. And then instead of taking this directly into the smelting, I can run it into the train stop and then build it out just like I would do everything from the train. I think that's... This block is really complete, ready for us to do things with it. I know in the future we're probably going to want a lot more capacity in these, but doing this with CyberSyn means that capacity is really just a matter of adding more blocks. Plate. Oh wait, no. I said this is going to be ore drop. And this one is going to be plate pickup. All right, so okay. We want green wire. Oh, first we need to do our merge. And then we go green wire. So that'll have our iron ore, of which I don't have any handy. Let's just mine a piece so I can toss it in here. Okay, so that's fine. We want a Cybersyn constant combinator. We want a cybernetic combinator. So we're going to have this be a request-only station. This is going to request iron ore. Let's say 500 stacks, which will be a little under half full, but I think that'll be fine for the start of this. So it's red. I don't have a graphical view of what's going on with these yet. This needs green wire connecting to here. There we go. That should do... That should set its request up right. And we haven't set the lube stop up as a train capable thing yet. Nor have we set up the solid fuel. So those are both things that need to be worked on. Ideally, we would do all of the oil stuff in one place, but I don't know that I feel like making it that complicated. We might just run that all over the place. I don't know that I feel like making a single stop that complicated, I should say. Okay, so here we need I don't want that to be underground. Right. Okay, so they'll start loading. I guess I'm setting us up for... I guess I could split the iron that's coming here, the iron ore, and have steel on one side and iron plates on the other. That might be an option. That would be terrible. I guess the other thing that this ultimately allows me to do, at least in theory, is centralize all of the... or it'll let me do quality related things on the raw materials in one place instead of spreading it out all over. I don't know if that's really going to factor in a huge amount in how I do this, or how I get to quality, but it is a thought that may or may not end up applying. Okay, let's... don't know exactly... Wait, is my... Oh, I just noticed the, my station setup blueprint is missing just a tiniest bit of rail. Okay, so for now, this is fine. We're gonna need... that'll need switched over at some point. We do have a handful of decent-sized iron patches, copper and stone and stuff in the general vicinity, but we will have to be expanding that out fairly quickly, I think. For now, though, clear a little bit of this jungle here. Okay, to make more of these, we need a lot of iron plates. Sorry, robots, get over here. All right, we can still have tons... Oh, we are low on plastic. We're low on plastic over here. Let's do that. We'll get some plastic in here. I'm feeling good about where the progress we're making. We're not making a lot of progress in terms of the the new DLC specifically, but we are making progress in terms of getting the train system online, which will ultimately be how we make progress in the space side of things. Dump those in. because the having this stuff all set up will take care of, in theory, simplifying a little bit of how we make stuff. I don't need this anymore because we're going to be transitioning to advanced materials semi-soon. Let's put that. Oh wait, no, let's put mining prod up here. Where's my car? Oh, there it is. Let's put these for counting purposes. All right, so I want these to ultimately come together in balance. It's probably not going to be able to do a very good job of that balancing until we get trains loading in. We also probably should be doing all of this in Red Belt, but we're not going to. I really should not be taking all of the trees out since that's going to influence our pollution spread. But trying to build literally anything with all of these trees in the way is not going to be fun. All right, that's going. So I know the electric furnaces are 3x3. I have a ton of steel furnaces. I need to clean out my inventory. I got so much just junk. All right, almost done with this field cleanup. Put a bunch of the stuff in the car, and then we need to dump it somewhere. Let's put all of this in, all of that. Need to go get more solid fuel. Let's do that before we wrap things up so I don't forget. All right. So it's starting to look like something. I don't know what that something is, but it's starting to look like something. Train-wise, we have 7 depot stations. We've got the 1 train ready to go. We don't have any fluid trains yet. I should probably... I need to make a fluid train. And I'm going... When we actually do start with the runs from the trains, I'm going to have to do some double checking to make sure that things actually work as expected. Some stuff isn't too big of a deal, but especially before we let it go to any mixed destinations or mixed pickups especially, we need to make sure that it's loading the trains correctly. Oh, I know what else I should do before we wrap up, is put a radar over at this corner. Yes, space to get through here. Come on. Come on, robots. We got things to do here. Alright, we're going to put a radar here. Another spot of oil out there. We're still... We haven't spotted any bugs yet. I know the map has links to more land, but on this side, it's all protected. It's basically a big shoreline around this side. But somewhere over here, there's going to be... I think all of this... Like, this is kind of the choke point to the next big chunk of land on the preview. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting some rail. We're going to have cliffs to deal with, and we won't be able to get cliff explosives for a while. I do have biter expansion turned off, so I don't have to worry about them finding their way to me. Or expanding closer to me. I'm just curious if I can get close enough to spot any on the map. Come on. So big oil, 7 to 11 decent ore patches. There's that little bridge. This is all shoreline. This might be a bridge down here, though. I don't remember. Don't remember what I saw on the preview for that part. Yeah, this looks like another land bridge down to more things. I do need to figure out what the grid settings I need for my train blueprints, at least for the main block and side pieces and stuff. so that I can be sure when I put the place the main block blueprint somewhere that it's going to match up with what I have existing, because then I can use that for scouting stuff further out and know that it will connect properly. Just bust down them trees. That's a 15 million iron in that patch. So this side is all protected. So we can expand over here fine. I think even this, that I didn't go far enough down, I think that has water surrounding it. I think that's just a little peninsula down here. I don't want to run into bugs, though. If I end up driving directly into a bug nest, then everything that we have on us is gone. Yeah, this is all safe. So we can do all the stuff we want over in this area for sure. Although pollution going across is going to pull bugs around. So before we do go too crazy there, we need to make sure that we have this whole area walled off. Otherwise, we will have a bad day. All right, let's head back. What is this copper patch? 11? Nice. Head back towards our base. I guess we could potentially explore up around this area a little bit. Let's do a quick drive that way before we wrap things up, I guess. I did maximize the starting area size because I don't want to deal with bugs too early. But it feels like I kind of thought we would run into something or start seeing signs of them a little bit sooner than this. I'd like to at least get one of the nests on the extended map so I know where they are. As we crash into all the trees. More coal. I guess we have a lot of room to work, it looks like. I am still not seeing any signs of biters. I know they're turned on. But we've got a lot of space and aren't seeing them, so I'm going to say that we're in good shape here. Oh, hi. That guy was going on a journey. It would be interesting if a mod or the base game had a mechanic where you could lose control of the car completely and like spin out and it would cause a bunch of damage. That could be an interesting mechanic. All right, so this is slowly filling up. It's got a load of room to work with. So by the time we get smelting going here, it'll be fine. Let's actually, we're gonna do one more load of blue science. We're impact farming right now, or impact clearing. Toss those in. And we're going to go up here and park right here. All right. I feel like progress is being made. It's slow, but it's being made. We're going to start seeing... We're going to start seeing things pick up a little bit soon, I think. As we start, as we shift from the bus bootstrap into getting the trains fully bootstrapped and running. We have burned quite a bit of these starting ore patches. We're going to need to do something about power before too long, probably. We still got double our power that we're using, so I guess we're fine. But yeah, that's... I'm going to save here. So we're 8 hours in. We have trains running. Wow, we have trains in the process of getting set up. We have basic layout going. And we have trains ready to start running. We just don't have anywhere for them to actually run yet. But that's close. Once we get this... I guess once we get that stop ready, we could build this block and set up mining on this station so that we can at least have the train starting to run and load iron ore in bulk. Because this patch is going to be tricky to get a lot out of it into here. Especially without turning off all of our initial stuff. Yeah. We'll save that. We're going to quit that. We're going to hit wrap up. We're going to see who is around. Let us see. Got Twin doing some Sherlock Holmes. Got Bunny doing some Baldur's Gate. Pine doing more Factorio. Kaz. we're going to go, I think, to Kaz and see what he's doing in Space Age. But yeah, that's going to do it for tonight. I think we will be doing more tomorrow, because I do want to make progress on this. And Thursday night, we have Pandemic, assuming nobody has gone and said anything otherwise. But yeah, that's going to do it for tonight. And I will see you all most likely tomorrow night. Later!